Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's topic will be resistance in series combination. Now in series combination, when I say, it means the resistance are connected one after the other. So you can see there are three resistances that I have, R1, R2 and R3. All are connected one after the other. In this kind of a combination, what is my equivalent resistance? Equivalent means what? The resultant resistance is called the equivalent resistance. So my target is to find the equivalent resistance. So this is my target. So what means the equivalent resistance or the net resistance in the entire circuit? That's what I need to find. So what is the theory to find it? See, basically I can give you the direct formula that we have to add the resistance. But how this formula comes into existence, that is very important to know. You have to clear the concepts. Otherwise, if the sums comes on depth, then it becomes problematic to solve it. So let me explain you one thing. Suppose I consider that the battery which is connected over here is 9 volt. This is a 9 volt battery which is connected. Now, and suppose I consider few points. Suppose I consider this point, over here one point, another point and another point. I have taken 4 points. Now, and I take this point as A, then B, then C, then D. Now we have to remember, I think I taught you something about potential drop. When a resistance will consume some of the potential, this potential difference that I am giving to the entire circuit, each resistance will consume some potential from the battery. So if the 9 volt potential is given at the point A, at say potential at the point A, that is 9 volt. But as we grow across the circuit, at B, it won't be 9 volt anymore because this resistance has consumed. So over here at B, it probably will be 6 volt. Then whatever I have at B, it won't be same at C. At C, it will be a lesser potential because this resistance has consumed some potential from this 9 volt. So potential at the point C is not, over here is 9 volt, but over here it won't be 9 volt. So over here it becomes a 3 volt. So this is 9 volt, 6 volt, 3 volt. And at D, potential at D, this resistance will consume the whatever leftover potential. So at D, I am having 0. So over here 9 volt, 3 volt is consumed by resistance 1. So at B, I have 6 volt. Then again 3 volt is consumed from this 6. So at C, I have only 3. 6 minus 3 is 3. Then this resistance 3 will consume another 3 volt. So resistance at D, 3 minus 3 becomes 0. So you have to understand this logic. Okay. Now I think you understood that part. Now let's consider in a general way that how to calculate the potential across each resistor and what is the net resultant. But one thing you have to say, the current which is passing is I. The current is I, and the same current passes into the entire circuit. The same current I goes, suppose this is 3 ampere. 3 ampere goes across this, and also over here. The current doesn't changes because the current has only one path to flow. It is the potential which changes. Potential at every point will decrease. So I can say potential at A is the highest, then potential at B, I can write like this: potential at A is the highest, then followed by potential at B, then followed by potential at C, then followed by potential at D. So at D you have the lowest potential because all the resistance has consumed its own share. So at D you have the least, or you can say 0 also. Now say if I have to make a equation out of this, let's see. Potential drop. P drop means potential drop across R1. R1 resistance is how much? Potential drop across R1 resistance. It will be this current, okay, potential drop across R1. Now, we know if I have to calculate across this and this is higher, this is more and this is less. So it will be VA minus VB. VA minus VB, this is 9 volt, this is 6 volt. 9 minus 6 is 3 volt, this is the potential drop. So I am writing what? VA minus VB, which is the potential drop across R1. And let's consider this VA minus VB is equal to V1. V1, the potential drop over here is V1. And if we follow Ohm's law, and I think you have studied what is Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. If we follow the Ohm's law, this V1, the potential drop across the R1 resistor, it will be this current into R1. Similarly, if we do potential drop across R2, it will be how much? VB minus VC. VB minus VC. I need to calculate the potential drop across R2, means between these 2 points. So it will be VB minus VC. That will be equal to how much? V2. And this will be equal to this current into R2. Right? Now again, potential drop across R3. If I will do, so R3 means what? I have to calculate the potential drop across R3, means between these 2 points. So it will be VC minus VD. I won't take VD minus VC because I already know this is smaller and this is bigger. So when I subtract, I do a larger value minus the smaller value. So VC minus VD. That I will take the potential across R3, the potential drop across R3. Let that be V3. So that is equal to V3. That is equal to current I into resistance R3. Correct? Now, I hope you understood this part. Now, let's see, from here, if I have to add this entire thing, VA minus VB, this plus this, VB minus VC plus this plus VC minus VD, that becomes equal to how much? IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. If I add this and this with this, that becomes equal to IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. Now if I happen to open the bracket, what happens? If you see, if I open the bracket, this VB get cancelled. Or if you don't want to open the bracket also, it will be okay. Now if you open the bracket, this VB and VB get cancelled, followed by VC and VC. So ultimately I am left with what? VA minus VD. VA minus this VD. That is equal to IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. Now this, so ultimately I am getting the potential difference between VA minus VD, that is equal to IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. Also if you see this VA minus VB, if I consider this equation, okay, this equation, VA minus VB, that was V1. So V1, don't need to do also that also. So ultimately I am getting VA minus VD. So potential drop across A and D. Now VA minus VD, that is equal to what? Potential drop across VA and VD is equal to this potential only. Yes. Whatever voltage I am giving, that is equal to, you see the positive is connected across A and this negative is connected across the D. So potential drop between A and D, that is the net potential that I am giving, that is equal to this V. Or if we are having a problem in understanding this part, I can do it in this way also. I can do it in this way also, so it will be better for you to understand. So if I don't cancel this VB and all these things, VA minus VB, that is equal to how much? V1. VB minus VC, that is equal to how much? V2. And VC minus VD, if I calculate the potential drop across these 2 points, that is equal to how much? V3. That is equal to I R1, I R2, I R3. Now V1 plus V2 plus V3, if I add this V1 plus V2 plus V3, this will give you this V1 plus V2 plus V3. If you see now, this entire drops will be equal to the whatever potential I'm giving over here. This, so V1 plus V2 plus V3 is equal to V, which is equal to I R1 plus R2 plus R3. Now let this is be equation number 1. So potential this V is equal to I, this current, into R1 plus R2 plus R3. Okay. Now let's consider over here. We have to consider. You consider that the resultant resistance of this entire circuit is Rs. So let us consider the equivalent resistance be Rs. Okay, Rs. So if I apply Ohm's law, doesn't it comes V is equal to IR? So V is equal to this current into the resultant resistance V into Rs. So this becomes my equation 2. This is, I assume this entire circuit resistance is R. So that is why Rs. So V is equal to I into Rs. That is the equation that I am getting if I consider the resultant resistance be Rs. Now if I combine this equation 1 and 2, if you see V is equal to I into Rs, also I am getting V is equal to I into R1 plus R2 plus R3. Now if I compare these two, so doesn't it becomes I into Rs is equal to I R1 plus R2 plus R3, because V is equal to IRS and V is equal to I R1 plus R2 plus R3. So both the V's is equal to, this V is equal to this one and this V is equal to this one. So ultimately what happens? This value becomes equal to this value. So I Rs is equal to I R1 plus R2 plus R3. Now cancel the I and I. So ultimately you are getting resistance in series is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. So this is my final equation. So how to calculate? So now I got the resultant equation for the equivalent resistance. Equivalent resistance is equal to adding the 3 resistances. Now suppose if you have, I have taken 3 resistances, you can take many resistance. Suppose I can take 100 resistance also, I can take 1000 resistance also. So for n number of resistance, for n resistances, ultimately the equation that I get is Rn is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus dot Rn. So if you have say 1000 resistance one after the other, you just need to add all the resistance, then you get the equivalent resistance. So add these 3. So I hope you understood the concept that how I am getting this equation. Now let's do one sum to understand this thing now much clearer. So there is a question that I have given. You can see a circuit. This circuit has a battery or a potential of 20 volt and is connected across 3 resistances in series, 2 ohm, 3 ohm and 5 ohm. First question is to calculate the equivalent resistance. Now how to calculate the equivalent resistance of this circuit? Equivalent. So I know a formula if they are in series. So Rs will be R1 plus R2 plus R3. So just need to add 2 ohm plus 3 ohm plus 5 ohm. So ultimately you are getting the 10 ohm as the resistance in series. So this is your part 1 answer. Now part 2, calculate the current. Means what? In this circuit there is a current flowing. This current is I. Now this I need to find the value of this current I. So how I am supposed to find? I'll use this formula, Ohm's law only. Potential is equal to current into equivalent resistance, RS. Now potential I have given, this has 20 volt. Current that I need to find, and resistance in series, I got it as 10. Now if you divide 20 by 10, that becomes 2 ampere. So current in the circuit, that is equal to 2 ampere. So 2 ampere of current is flowing in the circuit. Now the last question, see, potential drop across 2 ohm, potential drop across 3 ohm, potential drop across 5 ohm. So potential drop across 2 ohm. So how will I get it? I'll use V is equal to IR. Simple. But over here, this potential drop, this V is not 20 volt. This V is the potential drop across 2 ohm. So I'll write V, okay, potential, I'll just use this formula. But see, this current, what current is flowing? 2 ampere current is flowing across this 2 ohm resistors. So 2 ampere of current. Into resistance, I will not take the entire resistance. I will only take the 2 ohm resistance, because my question is to find the potential drop across 2 ohm. So I will use this resistance only, because I need to find the drop across this. So 2 into 2, so potential drop across 2 ohm is equal to 4 volt. Similarly, potential drop across 3 ohm, if they ask me 3 ohm, I'll use the same formula, V is equal to IR. Now what is the I? I is the same current which is flowing, that is 2 ampere. 2 into resistance, now I will take only this resistance, 3. So that becomes how much? 6 volt. Now ultimately, potential drop across the 5 ohm resistor, if they ask me. Now I will use the same formula, V is equal to IR. Now I is how much? Current. Current is 2 ampere. Into resistance is how much? 5. So that becomes how much? 10 volt. So potential drop across 2 ohm is 4 volt. Potential drop across 3 ohm is 6 volt. And potential drop across 5 ohm is 10 volt. Now if I add these three values, this one and this one and this one, I should get 20 volt. Am I getting 4 plus 6, 10, 10 plus 10, 20. So potential drop across these three should be equal to 20 volt, which I told you in the first also, that my net potential is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. So you can see this 20 volt is equal to 4 volt plus 6 volt plus 10 volt. Now I am changing the numbers and I am giving a sum for you. I hope you do the sum and see whether you are getting the correct answer or not. You can write the answer in the comment section also. So I have given a question to you to solve in your homework. See, the same circuit, I have given the potential difference which is given through the battery is 27 volt, and three resistances in series, 2 ohm, 3 ohm and 4 ohm are in series. So the first question is to calculate the equivalent resistance. So I think you know the formula. Calculate the current, use Ohm's law. Take this as the V and the equivalent resistance, you will get the value of I. And potential drop across 2 ohm and 3 ohm and 4 ohm, use the value V. For this, V1 is equal to I into R1. So I have to calculate this V1. So this current, whatever current comes over here into this resistance, potential drop across 3 ohm is how much? V2. So suppose the potential drop over here is V2, this is V3 and this is V1. So V2 will be how much? I into R2, and potential drop across this 4 ohm V3 will be I into R3. Use these three formulas, you will get the correct answer only. So saying that, in the next lecture we will discuss about the resistance in parallel combination, right? So saying that, take care, bye.